Hey YouTube, Jason here with Day Trading Fearless. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. And also make sure to check out my Patreon page at patreon.com/Day Trading Fearless, where you could see my portfolio and stocks that I own, buy and sell and all that. So check it out. But as always, let's jump right into it. So this is a weekly watch list for November 16th, 2020. Well, election's over, done with this week. We kind of gapped up Monday, huge gap up, and then huge reversal. Kind of, if we look at it on the ESs, a look above and fail, and we kind of closed right here at the previous high. So it's going to be kind of interesting to see what happens next week. Do we retest this double top? Because we do have excess here on the daily chart with the ES. Or do we kind of roll over and come back down and come down to retest this trend line, which would also be this high volume node? One of the things I'm watching is we're starting to see, we're kind of going into Thanksgiving and Christmas / winter, and we're starting to see a lot more shutdowns. I live here in Vegas, and they're talking about potentially shutting us down again in a couple weeks because our numbers are kind of going crazy right now. But we will see what happens over the next couple weeks if this is going to be the kind of part the shutdown, and do things start to slow down in the economy again. So we will have to wait and see, but again, look above, fail. But again, next week, if we take out the 3,500 level, I would give it on the S&P. Watch out for it to maybe come back to the 50, or at least to this trend line of around 3,400. SPY, give you guys some levels for SPY, same exact thing, look above and fail, maybe roll back over, maybe below the 350 levels, we'll call it, okay? And maybe we get down to the 340s, okay, in SPY. So we'll see how this works out. Let's take a look at a couple other things. Crude oil. I think with crude oil, kind of this trend line, we redrew this last week, popped up, went right to the 200, reversed, and are we going to start to kind of roll back down, or do we stay right here? And if we zoom out, do we just start to build out this profile over here? So time will tell. If I had to guess, with the markets, with that, I want to flip a coin. I'm not going to say, hey, I really like the long or the short side here. I think it's flip a coin, see how Monday goes, and then maybe look after that. Do we gap up? Do we not? Things like that. Let's look at gold. GLD just sideways, kind of, I'm really not a huge fan of gold right now, but let's redraw these trend lines, and because that's what's going on with all this. So we'll duplicate this guy, activate, bring him down to this lower, and this is essentially what we're watching still. So potential double bottom right here, right? Low with divergence. Potentially, right? So just something to watch. Maybe if the market rolls over, this starts to break higher, but that's kind of it. Slash BTC, Bitcoin. Bitcoin taken off to the races. Paused around the 168 level. Looks like it wants that 17.9 level. We'll just call it 18,000 on Bitcoin. That's the ultimate target of this inverse head and shoulders. So we will see what happens there. Let's take a look at a few stocks. Apple, dead money. Been calling that for a couple months now. I said once we kind of gave up that whole move, it split, dead money, right? Nothing on Apple, maybe a little lower, sideways action. TSLA, Tesla, same exact thing. Sideways action, dead money. Really no trades here. A couple others. Let's take a look at NEO. NEO's been kind of ramping up this over the last couple weeks. It's kind of funny. My buddy Hans, who trades, he told me to buy NEO last night. Okay, he calls me and he's like, dude, you gotta buy NEO. They're doing great things. And Hans, hate to throw you under the bus here, bro, but dude, if I bought, I would have probably gotten filled up around this 53 and it reversed. This is an ugly reversal candle. If we kind of look in, we actually have divergence here. I feel like this is a pump and dump stock. Yes, I get what they do with the electric batteries, things like that. But for right now, I actually think watch these levels. Watch the 38, the 50, and the 61. I'm really watching the 28 level. Hopefully next week we could see kind of a flush back down. Now I'll start to buy around the 28 level. So Hans, if you still like it, maybe add down at this 20, 27, 28 level. So that's my thoughts on NEO. A couple other stocks that we're watching: AMZN, Amazon. Head and shoulders. Been calling this for a long time. Here's a neckline. We're just kind of building out the right shoulder. We'll see kind of overall what happens on the bigger side. Disney. Look at Disney, kind of blue numbers. How they're doing this? I mean, I get it. I think with the thing that's saving Disney is Disney Plus, but with all the theme parks pretty much closed, movies not being made, where are they making money? Well, they got 72 million subscribers, I think, to Disney Plus. It's like 10, 11 bucks a month. It's almost $1 billion a month in profits, okay? Because you really don't need to create the content. It's all old content that's already been made. So just something to kind of think about, because I kind of scratch my head and go, how in the world are we up near all-time highs with Disney when all this is going on? But when you kind of read into it and look at it, yeah, Disney Plus, think about it. They already have all the catalog of movies, TV shows, the ESPN, all that stuff. Dude, it's already been made. People are paying big money for, or I'm paying to sign up for it. So I kind of like this longer term. So again, if we go back on lockdown, it's the at-home play. A couple others. Zoom. Watch Zoom. I kind of like Zoom around this 327 level, potential fill of the gap. So that is something that I would be kind of looking at for any pullback. But again, be careful. Hopefully, maybe if it takes a week or two, 200 moves up right to the gap. X marks the spot. So we will see what happens with that. And let's finally take a look at one more, NFLX, Netflix, right? Netflix, we kind of drew this a while back, kind of double top, reverse. Netflix, I'm still watching this 447 level. I still loan it. I'll loan it forever. If it pulls back, I'll probably add to these things. But Netflix, I think we could still see some downside with Netflix, probably down to the value area high right here, or even further down to this 430 level. That's what I'd be looking for adding to the position. So that's it, the weekly watch list for November 15th, 2020. Again, make sure you guys check out my Patreon page, which is patreon.com/daytradingfearless. You'll see a video I'm going to just slowly release educational videos only for Patreon, and also I'll be doing my portfolio that I created at the beginning of November of this year. So, as always, thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you soon.